we at the museum decided to kind of try to bring in different waves of locals from neighboring cities, Metro Detroit, further out, Ann Arbor, to come and just explore and see what Dearborn has to offer. And so each of these 6 locations that we chose highlight food culture in the Arab American and in the Arab world.
All right, so we're gonna make our way down to LaVon, which is a Lebanese sweet shop. Now, I like to consider it more of a breakfast stop, just because traditionally the kanafa, which is a cheese pastry soaked in syrup, is traditionally served as a breakfast food. What we do know is that in the Dearborn area, about 60% are Arab Americans. Really what brought them here was the Ford factory. And so Ford then began to bring waves of Arabs from Lebanon. So the vast majority of store owners on Warren Avenue and in Dearborn tend to be Lebanese Americans.
We are 3rd generation. My grandfather started this business here in 1959 in Lebanon, in a southern village.
We specialize in roasting coffee. This is a blend of 5 beans from around the world. Well, I would blend this for you. See, this is basically like a prescription. And say you like a bolder coffee. So I would give you maybe a 3/4 dark and a 1/4 light. This tea is for after a woman gives birth. It kind of helps her body come back into homeostasis. It contains anise and star anise, which help soothe the stomach. The cinnamon is good for blood sugar control. Fenugreek is great for breast milk production. And the black caraway is for immune system. All these spices here are blended by us. These are our old world recipes. Like, this is what you would get back in our village.
So our next stop, which is the kitchen warehouse, highlights the importance of food, culture, hospitality, family in Arab households.
Pretty average to find this in a family of 5 household, because there's some dishes that have to be cooked in such huge quantities. So this is usually for tea, okay, and usually there's a handle. And for coffee, they typically use cups like this, much smaller, don't have to have handles, but very, very small. You don't really indulge in Turkish coffee using traditional coffee mugs. It's going to be too much.
When we look at Arab Americans in general, about 60 to 70% are Christian. It's a minority of Muslims that are Arab in the U.S. And the vast majority of Muslims, only 30% are Arab. The largest are in Asia, Indonesia being the largest. So those are always misconceptions that tend to go unnoticed or even stated in media. Right there, that's a scarf shop. And you can see that there's different designs. A lot of people tend to associate, Islam with head wrapping, which makes sense, but they don't really add anything to it. They just think it's just this cloth on your head, when really there's a huge movement of fashionistas in the Muslim world and here in the US who are trying to come up with innovative ways of wearing modest clothing. So Shatila is a very, very popular destination in Dearborn. The family, the grandfather came to the U.S. in 1977, and in 1979 established a very small store on Warren. It was so popular, people were standing outside the building. He then moved to south of Schaefer, and had another store there, also very small, very popular. And in 2004, he moved to this location. Now, what's special about Shatila is that during the time period, people would sell baklava by the pound, and he was the first to sort of sell it on a tray and ship it. So that sort of revolutionized, I guess you can say, the capitalization on Arabic sweets. In the early 1980s, there were less than 10 Arab-owned businesses, and by 1990 there were 50, and by 2000 there were 100, and today there are over 200 stores that are Arab-owned. So you can see sort of the evolution of store ownership on Warren Avenue, not in Dearborn, Warren Avenue.